Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Las Vegas Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24, where today we're going to go on a little bit of an NL West road trip against the worst team in the NL West and the best team in the NL West. We'll start off with the worst team against the 26-40 Colorado Rockies. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. The Rockies have been one of the worst teams in all of baseball for quite some time now, so hopefully this is a series we can take advantage of. Sixto Sanchez is on the mound for Colorado, the former Giant, while Bryson Stott will lead off for the A's, and he will ground out to begin the day. We'll take a look at how the Athletics will line up today. Some people getting some days off. Soderstrom's playing in left today, followed by Jacob Wilson at third, Kevin Alcantara at center, Noda at first, Daniel Susac behind the plate, Clark Elliott at right, and then Richie Veach getting the start at DH, and Logan Davison getting the start at short. Here's Soderstrom. He's been playing a lot of DH recently, and it's actually helped his average and his hitting. He's in left field today, and this will not help his average and hitting as he strikes out looking. And now there's two down for Jacob Wilson, our all-star from last year. An 0-1 pitch to the third baseman. He'll hit it over to second with a nice diving stop over there by Colt Keith. Unfortunately for him, there will be no play at first base, and it'll be a single for Wilson, bringing up Alcantara, hitting in the 4 spot. He's been one of our better hitters this season. However, he's been in a little bit of a slump recently as he takes the slider to right, and this one will be caught for out number 3. On the mound for the A's will be the 2020 AL Cy Young Award winner Shane Bieber, who came over on the big 4-year, $80 million contract from the Guardians in the offseason. He's been good overall, but he's hit a little bit of a rocky patch here, no pun intended, so we'll see if he can get out of it against Colorado. He'll start off against Maurice Castellano, where he'll walk him on 4 pitches to begin the day, and that'll bring up Lars Nootbaar, the big addition for Colorado this offseason. 5 years, $63.5 million to bring over the former Cardinal, as there's a swing and miss on a strike, and Castellano, the speedster, will steal second, and this is his 7th stolen base of the season. So now in runner and scoring position for Colorado, Nootbaar later in the at-bat will take this one to center, where it will be caught by Alcantara, but Castellano will have no problem tagging and going to third. So he's 90 feet away from scoring for Nolan Jones, the star player for the Rockies, as we'll take a look at their lineup. Colt Keith will follow him, followed by Yanquiel Fernandez, Tucupita Marcano, Rubel Cespedes, Warming Bernabel, and Drew Romo. And one thing you'll notice, 7 straight lefties in this Colorado lineup. Here's Nolan Jones, their star player, who's had his name floated down a lot recently in trade discussions. He'll be probably the hottest name to go after at the trade deadline this year, as he'll fly this over to Soderstrom, and that should be an easy tag for Castellano. A good throw by Sodi, but it's a score nonetheless, and Colorado is going to lead first. That'll bring up Colt Keith, who was an all-star last year, getting some good votes again this season. It's an 0-2 pitch to him, and he rips this one well into left field. Soderstrom goes back, and this one will be off the base of the wall. That's going to be a 2-out double for the Rockies second baseman. Again, Bieber showing some struggles here early on. Yanquiel Fernandez up next will pop this one up, and Noda will get underneath it, but the Rockies will add 1 in the first inning. We go to top 2. Here's Noda, who made the final outs up first in the 5-hole today, and he takes a fastball into left, and this one should be an easy catch by Fernandez. 1 down now for the 6-hole hitter. That will be Daniel Susac in 266. He's been underrated for this team. I feel like he's been one of our better hitters, and now he's starting to get some playing time, becoming the everyday catcher, as he will ground out, though. Nice play at short by Marcano. Clark Elliott, who's seen his average plummet down to 250 up next, and with a 1-0 pitch, he'll try to take a fastball into left, where it will be caught by Fernandez, and that's 6 up, 6 down, well, 7 up, 6 down for the Athletics. Tucupita Marcano for the Rockies to lead off, the former Marlin, who's played with 6 teams in his past 7 seasons. And he's now a Rocky, and he takes this one well into left, and it will be over the head of Soderstrom. And that's going to be a leadoff double for the Rockies. Bieber just struggling to get outs. I don't know why. He should be the best player going up against essentially a AAA lineup. Why are you struggling? Warming Bernabel up next, the second-year pro from the Dominican Republic. And on the first pitch, he will swing, and he will hit this one into right field, and that's going to be another run. That's a RBI double for the Rockies. Is 2-0 Colorado, and this is where I've seen a lot of frustration recently. Just struggling to get outs against not good hitters. 2 down now, though, for Castellano, and that will end the inning. So they do get 1 run, but at least we strand the runner on second. Top 3 now, Richie Veach steps up to the plate, the former Arkansas Razorback, and top 30 pick, or 40 pick, as he hits this one into right, where it will be caught for out number 1. Logan Davison, 1 for 4 this season, back up. He's been a long-time Athletic, playing some shortstop today, and he will hit this one up the gut for his second hit of the season, and he will see that average go up from 250 all the way to 400. Trying to bring him in, Soderstrom will draw a walk on a full count pitch, so 2 on now for Jacob Wilson, getting the start in the 3rd spot today. Singled in his first at bat. Now it's a good opportunity for the All-Star to try to get back in this game. 1-2 pitch, and he gets jammed on an inside sinker. That'll be a pop-up for Keith, and the Athletics are still scoreless through 3. We'll go bottom 4 now. Here's Marcano with 1 down. He grounds it up the middle. Stopped with a nice deflection. But unfortunately, he will not be able to make the play. That's an infield single for Marcano. Next up will be Cespedes. First pitch he sees, he'll swing on it. Hit it deep to left. This time Soderstrom will be deep enough to make the grab. That's now 2 down, and I'll bring up Warming Bernabel up next. Got a hit in his first at bat. A chance here, a cutter outside the zone, but he pokes it into right. I'm sorry, there's no way Bernabel should be able to get that hit against an all-star like Bieber. And not only that, the run will score on an RBI double. Colorado leads 3-0. Just a good pitch, but he somehow pokes it into right. Next batter will strike out in Drew Romo, and we'll go into the 4th, where it's now 3-0. Top 5, 1 down for Logan Davidson. He'll slap this one up the middle. It's going to be a 1-out single for the Athletics. That's their 4th hit of the ball game. Back to the top of the lineup, Bryson Stott up next. 1-2, swings at a pitch he shouldn't have. That's strike 3. That'll be the 5th strikeout for Sixto Sanchez. That'll bring up Soderstrom. Walk in his last at bat, faces another full count here, and this time he will not draw a walk. Soderstrom crushes this one to right, and that one is gone. A 2-run Soder pop for Tyler Soderstrom. Shout out Toby Rohr in the comments for coining that one. And that is exactly the hit that we needed to get back in this ball game. The 8th home run of the season for Soderstrom, and it's now 3-2 as the lead has been cut down to 1. We'll go into the 6th inning now. Ruben Reed in relief for Colorado, so Sixto will go 5 innings as they bring out the lefty. Kevin Alcantara up first. 0-2 pitch to the former Cub, and he'll lace this one into center, and that's going to split the outfielders. A lot of grass to cover out here at Coors Field as that one rolls to the wall. It's a leadoff double for the former Chicago Cub. And the A's got the tying run, only 2 bases away. Ryan Noda up next, lefty-lefty. He'll ground it over to first, and that will do the job as it will move Alcantara over to third with 1 down. That'll bring up Daniel Susac, and the Rockies want nothing to do with them. They'd rather set up the double play, walking them on 4 straight pitches against the lefty and Clark Elliott. So you just cannot hit into a double play here. First pitch, Elliott's actually going to lay down the sacrifice, and it's going to work. So take the double play completely out of the equation. It's tied up at 3 apiece. Good job by Elliott there to sacrifice the runner. Now you got the runner on second with 2 down for Richie Veach. 2 for 8 on the season. Looking for a big hit here. 1-1 pitch, chopper up the middle, but it will not get through Marcano. The A's do tie it up here in the 6th. We'll go top 7. Reed still on the mound. 1 down for Bryson Stott, who singles up the middle. And the Athletics done a pretty good job at least getting some hits together. That'll bring up Tyler Soderstrom. They're going to keep Reed in the game. It's a very lefty-heavy portion of the lineup here for the Athletics. But it will not matter for Tyler Soderstrom. He launched this one deep to right field again, and it's gone. The 2nd home run of the day for Tyler Soderstrom, and the Athletics have the lead. What a day for Sody, as that ball was almost hitting the exact same section. A 2-run shot, and the Athletics now lead this one 5-3. That'll do it for Ruben Reed. He would then be pulled for George Soriano, as the lefties have now made it through. 2.97 ERA for the right-handed pitcher, as he'll start with Jacob Wilson. Gets a full count pitch, and he draws a walk. So the Athletics get another base runner. That'll bring up Alcantara, who faces a 3-0 count, and he will walk on 4 straight pitches. So Soriano already struggling. A's with a chance to do some more damage here off back-to-back walks. It will be a lefty, too, and Ryan Noda. Hitless on the day, but got a good matchup here, and he swings through the changeup. Nice pitch by Soriano. 2 down now for the 6-hole hitter in Daniel Susac, who did single back in his last at-bat. 2-2 pitch here to the catcher, and he will get a high fastball, hit it into right, but it will be caught. But the A's do take their first lead of the ball game, 5-3, as we'll go into the 7th inning now. The lefty A.J. Puck in relief for the Athletics. Like we talked about, 7 straight lefties in this Rockies lineup, so it makes sense to bring in the lefty and A.J. Puck to start him off as he gets Castellano to ground out to begin. Lars Nootbaar up next, 1 for 3 on the ball game, but he can't connect on the slurve, and Puck is dealing against this section. Nolan Jones up next, 320 on the season. First pitch, grounder over to Wilson, and Puck does the job. A 1-2-3 7th inning. Next pitcher in for the Rockies will be a lefty of their own. Andrew Saalfrank will come in relief. He's had a good season. Starts off against Clark Elliott, who swings through a nasty 12-6 curve. That's out number 1. Richie Veach, first pitch to him, and he will rope this to left field, but it hangs up in the air enough to be caught by Fernandez. So 2 down now for Davidson, now hitting from the right-handed side of the plate, and he can't check his swing in time. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Saalfrank. We'll go bottom 8, where the A's are going to bring in Joe Barlow, which in my opinion is interesting. Yes, he's the setup man, but there's a lot of lefties coming up. I might have left the lefty A.J. Puck in. But nonetheless, Barlow starts off by striking out Colt Keith despite the fastball right down the middle. That'll bring up Yanquiel Fernandez, 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch to him. He will hit this one well into the gap, and this one's going to get all the way against the wall. Fernandez has some speed, and this is a big ballpark. He's rounding second, heading to third. That's a 1-out triple for Yanquiel Fernandez, as he's already 90 feet away from scoring his second triple of the season. Marcano up next, laces this one up the middle, and that's going to drive in a run, and the Rockies have cut the lead in half. It's now 5-4. The last lefty in the lineup up next, Cespedes, 1-1 into the left center gap, and this is trouble again. Almost the exact same spot. Fernandez hit it in, and Barlow comes in and blows the lead. An RBI triple for Cespedes, 5-5, and now the runner is only 90 feet away. Robert Moore will come in for some speed here for Colorado. Barlow stays in. The righty's up next. Warning Bernabel. Grounded over to second. Stott's going to try to go home, but he can't get him, and the Rockies take the lead 6-5 off of the 8th inning comeback. Romo up next. Swings and misses. 2 down now as we head back to the top of the lineup. And Maurice Castellano, who's also swings and misses, but the damage has been done. 6-5 now going into the 9th, and they're going to bring in their closer, Orion Kerkering, who has now stepped in his first season as the closer after they traded Devin Williams away in the offseason, and he's been perfect thus far. 11 for 11 on save ops, trying to make it 12 for 12. He's got the top of the lineup. Stott up first, swings wildly at a slurve he shouldn't, and he knows it. That's out number 1. Soderstrom had a great day thus far, 3-0, but he gets the green light, and he rips it to deep center, and it's over the head of Castellano up against the wall. Soderstrom 3 for 4 day with 2 homers, a double, and a walk. What a day for Tyler Soderstrom. Now we just got to bring him in. Jacob Wilson up next. High slur, hits it into right, but it's not deep enough. And Soderstrom will not tag. Nolan Jones with a rocket. So now we definitely need a base hit to bring him in. Maybe even need 2. Soderstrom's not the fastest. It's up to Alcantara, and he will deliver into left field. This one drops. Soderstrom's going to be waved home. There will be no play, and it's tied at 6. Kevin Alcantara with the clutch hit as we tie it up at 6. Kerkering gets his first blown save of the season. Noda will then ground out to first as we'll go bottom 9 now. Unfortunately, Barlow would start by giving up a double. So now we're going to bring in Bartolo Ayala. It's not a save situation, but Barlow was struggling. We need to try to get out of this situation. Nolan Jones up next. Hits this one to center field, and this one will be caught. Nootbaar at second. Will not tag. That is a big out. So Colt Keith up next with the 1-2, and he hits this one into the gap, and it's going to drop, and that will do it. The Rockies will walk it off 7-6 as we lose this game against Colorado. Come on, man. We couldn't win this game against the Rockies up 5-3 in the 8th inning. We just cannot put anything together. I mean, Robbie Martin, that's how I feel, man. Like, just drop your head in frustration. 7-6 is your final. Joe Barlow absolutely sucks in this game, and we lose thanks to the pitching staff. Right when the offense starts to play better, the pitching starts to struggle. Your Tuesday game of the week, the Cubs beat the Cardinals. That's a big game in the NL Central, as Pittsburgh is now taking the lead while Chicago tries to make up ground against St. Louis. Game 2 in our series, we lose again 2-1. It's another walk-off thanks to 3 errors from the Athletics, 2 from Ryan Noda. You play first base. How are you making 2 errors in a game? As we blow a good game out of Mackenzie Gore. We then get some bad news as Ken Waldichuk will tear his finger ligament. He's out for a month to 2. And we get swept by the Rockies. All 3 games, they walk it off as well. We were leading 3-2, and we blow it. Just unacceptable for the Athletics. This team just cannot do anything right now. In order to fill the spot, we're going to call up JT Ginn, his first appearance of the season. He will step in the long relief role. Robbie Francisco will go back to the rotation. And now we just got swept by the worst team in the NL West. Now we got to go play the best team in the NL West. The 43-26 defending NL pennant winners in the Arizona Diamondbacks. And they have their ace on the mound today. This is not good news for the Athletics, which is struggling to say the least. We sit 27-41. It's been a disappointing season up to this point. And it's the 2-time All-Star on the mound, Tariq Skubal, who's in the second year of a 6-year deal he signed after a 2-month stint with St. Louis, after being traded at the deadline a couple years ago from the Tigers. Bryson Stott will lead off, and he will look at strike 3 fastball perfectly on the corner. I think we're going to be seeing that a lot. Robbie Martin up next, back in the lineup today, and he's going to hit this one over to short where it's caught. And we'll take a look at the Athletics lineup today. It's back to regular starters. Soderstrom back to the DH after a good series against the Rockies with 3 homers. Daniel Susac in the 4 spot today, followed by Wilson, Alcantara, Elliott, Ramos back in left, and then Ryan Noda down in the 9 hole. So here is Soderstrom now hitting .231, and he can't connect on the high fastball. On the mound for the A's will be Jordan Wicks, making his first start since the 4th game of the season where he got hurt. He's been out of the bullpen since he's came back, and he's been atrocious, so hopefully moving him back to the rotation will help him find his groove. As Geraldo Perdomo will lead off for the Diamondbacks, and, well, that's not a good start. A single up the middle. Jonathan India up next, the former Giant and 2021 NL Rookie of the Year, who came over on a 3-year deal up next, as the Diamondbacks just get better after winning the NL last year, but he strikes out on a fastball high. That'll bring up Juan Soto, the 2024 AL MVP and batting champion back in 2020. As the 0-1 pitch, the 7-time All-Star will pop this one up into right, as Elliott should be underneath that one for out number 2. So at least you get the next 2 batters out. We'll take a look at this Arizona lineup, which is pretty loaded, honestly, from top to bottom. We'll see Corbin Carroll up next, followed by Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Ketel Marte, Riley Green at center, the new man, John Quincy Noel at first, and then Gabriel Moreno at the catcher spot. 1 through 7 is really sharp. Noel's a young guy looking for a new scenery, and then Moreno's solid in his own right. This is a scary lineup. Corbin Carroll up next with an 0-1 pitch, and he will hit this one deep to center field. But Alcantara will get underneath it for out number 3. We'll go bottom 2 now, see the rest of this Arizona lineup. Here's Gurriel Jr. up next, the Silver Slugger and 2-time All-Star, as he hits this one up the middle, and there's another base hit. So back-to-back innings for the Diamondbacks. Get the first runner on. That'll bring up Riley Green after a single from Marte, as he is 5th in the National League in OPS with 2 on. A good spot for him, and he will deliver down the third base line and fair. And this time the Arizona Diamondbacks will score after the leadoff hit. 1 run scores, the second on his way, but the throw is in time. And they gun him down, so at least it's only 1. As it's 1-0 now. And here comes John Quincy Noel, who was acquired last week from the Guardians. As Noel with an 0-2 pitch hits this one well to center, and this will drop for extra bases. An 0-2 count, and you give him the pitch down the middle. That's unacceptable. 2-0 now in favor of the Diamondbacks, with a runner also on second base. Moreno up next, first pitch, rips this one to left, a meatball down the middle, and it's taken way out of here. 110 off the bat, and this one's off of that ribbon out there in left field. 456 for Moreno, and all of a sudden the Diamondbacks lead this one 4-0. As this one has gotten ugly in a hurry, and it's because the pitching continues to absolutely be atrocious. 3rd inning now, runner on first for Gurriel, and he rips the 99 heater to left field. And again, the Diamondbacks are in business. How about Marte up next? 2-2 pitch to him. And he hits it in the same spots, and that's going to score a run. Carroll was on second. He's going to score with ease. It's 5-0 Diamondbacks. Still only one out here in the third. Riley Green up next, first pitch. Rips it to left field. This is going to score a couple more. All of a sudden, it is 7-0 Diamondbacks after the 2 RBI double. And this is where I hit quick manage. I fed up. I just couldn't play the rest. Had to simulate to the end. And we didn't miss anything, because the Diamondbacks absolutely slaughtered us in this game. I really just don't know what to say. Look at the score. 17-3. Like, what am I supposed to do with this team, man? I feel like we really made some acquisitions the offseason, and we still suck. Like, just getting absolutely shellacked. Perdomo had 2 homers. 8 earned and 2 1/3 for Wicks is just, that's atrocious. There's just nobody good on this team. It's not like I can replace these guys, because the guys I replace them with suck even more. The Reds beat the Cubs in a walk-off in 10 innings, which was exciting, and another big NL Central game. While the series of the weekend is going to be the Dodgers and the Cardinals, and LA wins Game 1 6-5, despite a late rally from St. Louis. Going into the second game against the Diamondbacks, and, well, we lose again, 5-4. Guess what? We got walked off again. In the past 5 games, the opposite team has won on 4 walk-offs, which is crazy, including 2 home runs from Ketel Marte. On the Saturday game, the Dodgers beat Cardinals in Game 2, 4-3, so LA beats the series against St. Louis, and they now have identical records as the Dodgers look to climb the National League. The late game, the Giants blanked the Phillies, as Philadelphia continues to struggle, being underneath 500 this late in the season, while the Giants and hammer Lombardo's 3 homers get it done. We didn't lose Game 3, and guess what? A walk-off. 5-3, the Diamondbacks win, and we get swept, losing all 6 games in this episode. We are now 27-44. We return home to face the 44-28 Pittsburgh Pirates before heading to San Diego to face the 39-34 Padres. So it's not going to get any easier for these Athletics, and honestly, I don't know what to do with this team. Like, I can't keep playing like this. Like, I've tweaked some things, trying to make it some better gameplay, and it's just I can't get nothing. The pitchers continue to throw meatballs down the middle. We just continue to not be very good on offense, and it's just hasn't been as fun playing this game, I'm not going to lie. And honestly, the viewer count is not there, and I've had some serious talks and thoughts recently of maybe ending this series. So let me know in the comments section below what you'd want to see. You probably see it in my commentary too. I've started to lose a little bit with this series, but nonetheless, we might keep trekking on. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. If I do, and you enjoyed this one despite the losses, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.